friends, welcome back to another episode of Two Idiot Girls. Woo! How you doing?
Good.
Dude, did you watch the bonus episode yet?
No.
On Patreon? Do you remember at the beginning of it, we did that woo part for way too long?
Oh, yeah, I
Dude,
forgot.
So fucking funny.
Only us laughing.
No,
Did you guys laugh? I don't care.
I don't care. And also, that wasn't even a plug for the Patreon. I just, when we did that, it reminded me of it. And it was really funny, dude.
Yeah, we should have harmonized.
We did, though. That's why it was so funny.
We did, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, that would have been funny. Can you meet me up here?
You guys. It's actually whatever.
If me, Dason, and Donnie turn into Haim, then what? Then what are you bitches going to do? Nothing. You can't stop
The
us.
annoying brown version of it.
And one boy. Yeah. Even though I'm all sisters. Well, he's our sister, too.
Hey,
Aren't we all?
We do call him sister, so
Yep.
that's all that matters at the end of
This
the
too.
At the end of the day. Do you want to see what my new bit is right now?
Sure.
Is that like when things are annoying? Well, it's actually super chill. That's my new bit.
Oh, yeah, I do that. I do that all the time.
It's really chill.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah. You know what Mayo does it?
Yeah, you just go. We really do that because it's such a bro thing to do.
It's actually super chill. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually like no worries.
Yeah.
I know my new bit is still carrying from like a couple weeks ago, which is oh Jesus Christ.
My favorite thing about that bit, or even don't care, which everyone on tour was doing last year.
Don't care.
My favorite part is that those are sounds that were popular like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then you're bringing them back into rotation.
Yeah. I'm like again, it's like what Chris Fleming said. He's like, I'm a culture scavenger. I just dig through the remains after everyone's deserted them like a little raccoon. That's me. Going and looking through them.
Right.
That's like, oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Saying that about anything that's like
That's from,
remotely annoying.
Shameless?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Frank Gallagher.
From Shameless?
Yeah, like I think it's like she's like crying and he's like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" Well, that one and also, "Oh, I just can't even."
We did walk them through that one.
Yeah, I'm saying that's another one.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Those are funny. Yeah.
Yeah, they all have to do with me being fed up.
Yes.
At the end of the day.
I was gonna tell you that. Did you see that guy? It's a Latino guy on TikTok, and he's like, "This is how Bad Bunny would act if he was in this."
Yes, I sent it to you.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's the one where he said if he was in Stranger Things.
Yes, I've seen that one. But I'm saying, did you watch the Wicked one? I think I sent it to you today.
No, but it's like someone said, every time you do this, I feel like he's going to be in the movie, but it's just him finding out that he's going to be in the movie.
Yeah. But then he did a bit recently. He's like, we were in the Upside Down or whatever. I forgot. Where he was calling her 11. What was he calling her?
Millie Billy Bobby.
No, but I watched him do Wicked today. He's like, this is what he's gonna be like if he was in Wicked Part 2. But it is him doing the same thing. Yeah. But he was calling her El Fababa, and so I was laughing because that's what Tefi
calls her.
Tefi was calling her El Faba.
El Faba.
Oh, I think I'm more of an El Faba.
And she's like, in Spanish, it's El Faba.
So funny.
What's going on with me?
Do you want me to share my show updates? I like it when you do every episode like this. I have show updates and Drew's book updates.
Sure. I don't have many book updates, I don't think, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was telling Drew I finally finished Overcompensating. It was so good. I cried like a million times, and I told you by the end of the show, I was like, that was literally me in college.
It's true. Yeah.
I was Benny, and I just thought it was such a cute show, and I'm really excited for season 2. But it's really funny. It did leave off with a huge cliffhanger, so I do really hope, because I haven't heard an announcement of season 2. I really do hope they do a second season.
Did you see the clip I sent you of him and Mary Beth on their podcast?
That's us in a different font.
I know, they're us in another life. Honestly,
this chick just woke up in
my house.
Yeah,
this chick just woke up in my house. Because I'm just obsessed with the idea that this guy's just really excited that he slept over.
No, I watched another clip this morning where she was saying that he was doing a read. She goes, we can say he was doing it for Euphoria. He goes, yeah. She goes, so you were sitting there putting on your concealer, your little blush, you're getting ready. And she was saying the funniest thing about when you do like reads for any show is that you have to sign an NDA.
It's true.
And then she goes, but they don't make whoever the fuck is reading the lines back to you sign an NDA. So like, I already know what he's doing because he told me because I'm reading the script. Then he texts me.
That's true.
And so she said while he was getting ready, he was like,
that's Billy for me.
Yeah. She was saying that like while he was getting ready, because she was making that joke, like it's so dumb, like it's so silly. They don't make anyone else sign one, whatever. Yeah. And he was like, "You're looking at," I forget what he says at the beginning. He's like, "Bandier." He just kept saying his name with the word. It's just, I'm laughing. That is like, every time I do like any sort of panel or talk about what's it like to do podcasting, and they ask me, "How do you pick this?" I told them, if it's funny to me, that's what we're using.
Yeah. That's how we pick it.
Oh, do you ask your I don't ask anyone anything.
I don't really care what you find funny. I want you to see what I find funny.
We're putting out what makes me laugh.
Yeah.
But he kept saying "Bandier" over and over again. And it was so fucking funny, bro.
Okay, someone needs to validate this for me. I cannot find the clip. I was looking for it for so long the other day.
Is it of their podcast?
Yes, it's of their podcast, but it's when he's copying Katy Perry.
Okay.
And he's like on her last album.
Oh, okay.
No, on her last album,
Okay.
like the one before this Daisy bullshit.
Yeah.
And she was like, "And you have no money." Like he sounds just like her, and it's making Mary Beth cry because she's laughing so hard. Like she can't even talk like or breathe, and she's literally going, "Stop, stop, stop," because he's like, "If you have any money, let's make some noise." But the way he did, like
Katy Perry saying this?
Yes, it's like an interlude. You know how they're talking at certain points? Like that's what she's doing. And I genuinely thought that he was just being funny.
Yeah.
Because the cadence is so strange that he's using. And then I heard the real clip. He sounds just like her. And he was like, what an insane thing to put on the song.
The clip of their podcast that put me on it was when I think they were both rewatching Gossip Girl, and it's when he's copying Jenny. She goes, "I'm your little sis. It's what I do." Like she had this weird accent, and it's just them repeating that over.
Someone
and over
find
and
the
over
Katy
again.
Perry clip for me, please. I can't find it. They've had too many episodes at this point. It's like when people in our comments are like, "Does anyone remember the episode?"
And I don't even fucking know.
And I don't fucking remember either. But I literally, it brought me to tears. I was laughing so hard when I saw it, and I was trying to tell someone about it the other day, and I was trying to look it up, and I couldn't find it. It made me feel insane. If someone knows what I'm talking about and you watch Ride, please clip it for me.
That was me trying to explain to you in Vegas, and then later explaining to Brittany about this clip of a podcast that got super canceled, so I can't talk about it anymore. But then I was able to find it. It was about DJs. Remember the one?
Yes.
So funny.
That's what I mean. Like it was the way it reminded me a lot of "This chick woke up in my house." It reminded me a lot of that. Like
so funny.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I was fucking crying when I read it or when I saw it initially. It was so funny.
Half the fun, you guys, these Brewmate cups, they're fucking tea.
They're the fucking tits, bitch.
And I bought one of these little magnetic like straw covers because the idea of the straw being in the air makes me sick.
Yeah.
And then I realized, because I was like, how the fuck do I, as I burp into the camera, sorry about that. I was trying to figure out how do I not lose this? And it's because this bottom part is metal or magnetic, so that sticks there.
That's awesome.
And so, but when I first tried it, I put it like this and it flung off my fucking thing all dramatic. I was like, relax. It's not that serious, but.
The Brewmate is tea. And you know what's funny is I was put onto the Brewmate by RuPaul's Drag Race because they sent me PR and they sent me a custom Brewmate.
Yeah.
And it was funny because when the last time Brittany came to my house,
she had the
same cup. And I told her, "Dude, is that from the RuPaul's thing?" And then she couldn't stop. I go, "That's my favorite fucking cup." I always tell Billy, "Can you get my RuPaul cup?" Every single time.
I'm glad you bought her a new one because the other one was getting pretty. It needed a break.
I love this cup. This is tea. Honestly, of all the like fucking stupid water bottles we've tried, this one's my fave.
I would say, I mean, I love my Awala, and then I'd say Brewmate.
And the colorways are so fucking cute. I want to get one that's like, I saw Avery had one that had cherries on it.
Oh,
so
buddy,
fucking
that's
cute.
a hydro jug.
Oh, it's not the same.
That's why I couldn't remember the names of these cups, and I kept saying, well, I know Avery uses hydro jugs.
I do love their designs though. But they have the Brewmates have so many cute colors.
No, they
too.
do. I got this one, and then I bought.
I know that's like
you this one, and then
is that more green or yellow? Is it like butter yellow, or
no,
is
it's
it more
green.
green?
It's like a limey.
Yeah, it's like limey green. Yeah, tea. Honestly. What other show updates? Okay,
I watched all of Sirens.
Congratulations.
On Netflix. I didn't really care for it.
Is it about sirens?
So I had to look it up after.
Don't care. Just kidding.
I wish it was about them.
I
I'd
know.
be into that.
What's the fucking point?
It's with Julianne Moore.
Yeah.
Megan Fahey. She's from season 2 of The White Lotus, and then Millie Alcock, is that her name? She played young Rhaenyra in House of Dragon.
Yes.
And so, Yeah, they're like living in like a really fancy part. I don't know if it's Rhode Island. It's a really like bougie part of New England. And I like, this is like my issue when I first watched season 2 of The White Lotus. I still kind of feel like that about one. I like season 3. But I feel like I don't like when there's like, you're expecting there to be these like supernatural elements because they're doing all these weird things. Like they're zooming into things. There's like weird dreams of the ocean. And like, I'm thinking, okay, something weird's going to happen. And then nothing happens.
Yeah.
It's like
There's
edging me with
shots.
no reward in the end.
I feel it.
So it was just okay. I watched it all in one day 'cause there's only 5 episodes.
Wait, we watched How to Train Your Dragon.
We did
the live action.
Yeah.
This is my reaction.
I cried twice.
This is my reaction. I felt like a little kid in that shit.
Yeah.
It's so
It really
fucking good, dude.
It
It's
was.
so, and if you've seen the cartoon, it is quite literally a shot for shot remake of the cartoon. Like quite literally it is. They didn't change one fucking thing, which I appreciated. And the graphics, when we drove home from the movies, Billy was like, that budget had to have been rivaling Avatar, because how the fuck, like, it's true, it looks so real. Like, you know how like the How to Train Your Dragon movies, the cartoons, they're so beautiful, like the animation of them in the sky and the clouds, whatever the fuck. Yeah, I'm on that shit. It was so good. I even text Brittany about it later, and I said, dude, that movie is fucking
Did she like it too?
She loved it, yeah. And we were joking, and I was like, yeah, I would love to be in a fantasy movie like that. Like, and everything is, I think they did a good job too of still making it comical for kids, because like obviously if they were really true to form accurate Vikings, like that would not be a movie for children. So everything's kind of comically large, like their weapons and shit like that. You never see any blood or anything, which is cool. But I was like, yeah, I'd like to think I'm like an Astrid or something.
No, we're those little fuck ass twins.
Well, no, in my current state, I'm the indigenous woman that doesn't talk and just moves the fucking beads. Like that's where I'm at in the casting process. And she goes, yeah, and I'm the best friend Viking that's missing 2 limbs. And she said, and
he's like his assistant.
Yeah, she goes, and I'd have to cross dress. So like if they cast me.
It was really good though. I liked it a lot.
So fucking good. It was so good. Loved it. 10 out of 10. So much so that when we got home, because Alex and Steven were here, and RIP, they are gone now. Her pile of trash is empty.
RIP.
RIP, they went home. RIP, they went home.
They're fine.
Missing them terribly, but they went home. But before they did,
And we're gonna see her tomorrow.
that is true. And before they left home, we watched the other 2 How to Train Your Dragons.
The cartoons, yeah.
And I've only ever seen the second one. I've never seen the third one. They go so hard. They're so good. Like,
So Girl Tooth, this is the third one, and the mom's the second one.
yeah.
Okay.
And the storyline,
I don't think I've seen those then.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had never seen the third one. The storyline gets so insane that you're like, what the fuck? Like, but not in a bad way. It's like
Yeah.
a what the fuck? And then the ending is awesome. Like they wrapped it up beautifully, I'd say.
Got it.
Highly recommend. Love those fucking movies. What else? We did sample Love Island. Did you try?
No, because I wanted to watch my other shows.
Right. Okay. So
I really
team-
want to, team. I will.
Team, I updated y'all on my Instagram that I was gonna try. The reason why was because Alex has never watched Love Island ever, so she was asking me like how it works, like the pairing and all that shit. So I was like,
Oh, and I want to correct myself that they have had there was a queer girl, I think she was bi or something, that on one of the earlier seasons of Love Island USA, who tried to pick a girl, but the girl went first and she picked a boy. So it has almost happened before. Yeah.
yeah, I saw a girl that was on Love Island say that you can couple up with the same
It's
sex.
probably the same girl I was watching. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, I had posted, or I was explaining to Alex how it works, so like the concept of the show, and then I was like me convincing myself because I was explaining to her, and she was like, "What?" Like, and I was like, "Yeah, it's fucking nuts." And then when we finally finished, she was like, "Let's just watch the first episode," and I was like, "Okay." So first of all, I fucking forgot how long they are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, like that's too long. Like,
and I
bro,
want to watch it in 2x.
yes, like, and it's because most of it is just sitting around and Mike's doing this. Like that's like about 90 minutes of it.
Are you the one that sent me that TikTok of that girl that said, "I know the bathrooms are crazy out there because."
No, she said no one's ripping ass.
Yeah,
you guys are eating avocado toast and smoothies all the time. Nobody's ripping ass. I don't believe you.
Yeah, there's no way.
Well, and there's just like, yeah, it's just.
All right, friends, we're going to take a quick little break, and this one's with our friends at Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. You can see all your subscriptions in one place and know exactly where your money is going. For ones you don't want anymore, Rocket Money can help you cancel them. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you. They automatically scan your bills to find opportunities to save, then you can ask them to negotiate for you. They'll deal with customer service so you don't have to. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/2idiotgirls today. That's rocketmoney.com/2idiotgirls. rocketmoney.com/2idiotgirls. Now back to the episode.
I just forgot how long they are, and there's so much tedium that's recorded. Like it's
No, I agree. I saw I saw Eric Priscilla say, "I fucking hate challenges. I don't want them to do them anymore. No more." And then the next episode was the challenge of Meg Thee Stallion, and I think she was like, "Wait, actually, never mind. I like that one."
and that one was T.
Yeah,
Obviously.
I might just jump in, team. Like, just start where everyone else is starting.
But then you're gonna be so confused because there's a bunch of new people.
I know I'm not gonna be able to watch if let's just say there's 14 episodes out right now, and each is about 2 hours. I don't have 28 hours.
That's why I was like, even the first one, like after it was so funny because obviously like we have Peacock with no ads.
Yeah.
Steven was watching with us, and Steven goes like after like hour 70, he was like, there's still more. I was like, no, for real shit. What else do I need to fucking see? God, I think they're too long. Like cut them into fucking highlights. Why the fuck am I watching so much? Like, how come Queer Eye is able to sandwich them like that, but this one is
they spend a full week with these people.
Yeah, and this one is 2 hours, and there's almost 2 hours, and there's like 3 or 4 episodes a week.
Yeah, there's no way, bro.
And so much of it is tedium. It's just sitting around and doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
To see how many there are, you guys, and I know there's a couple of After Suns, whatever the fuck they call those, where it's just like highlights of the week. Because they'll take like one day off and then the other day that's off they do a recap. There are already 17 episodes. I'm never gonna catch up.
Can I tell you something, team? Can I tell you something?
Look, the first episode was an hour 43. Every episode after that is only an hour.
That's still so long.
I know,
it's so long it's too long for normal people shit.
No, that's
House of the Dragon.
I'm just gonna jump in.
Yeah, House of the Dragon. Yeah, I would watch an hour of that shit, obviously. Yeah. But this, no. Can I tell y'all something though? Based off my observations on episode 1, because so many people were like, I need to know how you feel
about who.
All of them, but more specifically Huda. I think a lot of people wanted to know my thoughts on Huda. Here are my thoughts. Based off episode 1, right? I'm a little confused why everybody is acting like she made that into something it wasn't.
He love-bombed her.
Yeah, because that bitch was going crazy in the beginning. He was okay. The very, very first coupling when he goes, "I'll kiss you on the cheek if that's fine," and then he goes, "I just wanted to be respectful. I feel like I won the lottery. Don't want to glaze, but she was my first pick, and I just want to stay with her." Like he was saying all that shit, and she kept saying, "I just want to make sure he's not lying to me or like gassing me because he knows that's what I want." Because she said that in her interviews and then said it to his face, and she was like, I'm still feeling it out, but I feel like a really intimate connection. Mind you, I was saying like...
But you've only ever seen the first episode. So
but
maybe there are things that happen
Maybe
after.
there's other things. I even put in my story, I said like, based off this alone, like I can't imagine it lessened after that. I'm sure it got more intense and then a steep drop off, obviously. But do I think that that's a good thing? No. Like her the way that she's acting in her crash outs or whatever the fuck people are saying, here's the real tea. I think that's how a lot of you would act if you went in that villa.
Team.
You're telling me that wouldn't crack you out?
A lot of us, I'll be honest, I'll throw myself in there. We're acting like that, not in the villa. So
in fact, worse.
Yeah.
Like if that's what I'm saying. Like the only difference is the bitch is real. That's the only difference. That she's not pretending for the cameras. That is really how she acts. Some of you are going,
like, is this play about us? You're watching her going,
yeah, you're feeling. Some of you are feeling like it's a little too real because for the most part, they, especially at this stage in the production of Love Island, everybody knows that they're being recorded 24/7. 24/7. Everybody went to that show for a very specific reason. I can tell you what it is: to be famous. If love comes after that, I'm sure it's a nice byproduct. It's to be famous. It's to grow a platform. We all know this. That's why everyone goes on reality television, right? So the thing with that is that a lot of times people want to be perceived in a very specific way, which you cannot control when you do reality TV. I don't think that bitch gives a fuck how she's perceived. I think she's going to act how she acts because that's how she acts, right?
Those are the best people to watch on the show.
Well, and they're entertaining. Yeah. So, and then a lot of people were saying she won them over with the twerk contest, to which I'm like, well, that's weird. Like, you guys were like, she's a terrible fucking person.
Wait, actually,
but she can shake
her
ass.
Is fat. Come on, guys.
She can shake ass. So maybe
she did win that challenge, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when Erica said she hated the challenges, what are they supposed to do? I'd rather watch the challenges than watch them sit.
No, because when they sit, that's where you get all the intel, and you're listening to them. The longer they like aren't doing things, then they're like, I don't know, I'm just like getting bored, and then you're like, oh my god, I have to watch this.
Okay.
Like she would rather watch.
I don't watch Love Island enough to know like that,
because the challenges, like, oh my gosh, someone was just telling me they did one where it was like the boys had to squeeze udders.
Yeah, I saw that, and then spit it into each other's mouths.
Spit it into her mouth. She spits it in a cup. Then they take that cup and dump it on the person that the question they think applies to, or some shit.
Why couldn't they do it the other way?
What?
I guess because he's sucking the teat, so that's funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tea. I just mean,
but like those are.
I don't want to receive milk from your mouth. That's.
I've watched them do that in the UK one too. So I
know. I'm
no
saying personally. I'm saying personally. Like,
and then she was telling me that when they're doing the interviews, that they're like, I smell so bad right now. Because I was like, do you think it was real milk? And they're like, yeah, I smell so bad right now.
Ew.
That's what she was saying. Isn't that gross?
That made my stomach hurt.
Well, what episode is that? Maybe I'll check it out.
That made my stomach hurt. I don't like that.
Anyways.
I will say I love, just based off the first episode, obviously, I love when they're like, I don't know, I'm feeling a connection. And then they say things like, you also like blue Gatorade? Well, yeah, Gatorade's a delicious drink and most people would like it. Like the fact that they're believing that that's some sort of kismet connection, hilarious. I love it.
For some of them it could be.
Well, and here's the thing. Here's another take that I know a lot of other people have said already too. I feel like the women on this season
or baddies.
When I tell you that they scraped the bottom of the barrel for the men, and all the women are the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I saw a new girl, like a bombshell, entering the villa, and they were saying none of these men could ever step to her.
No man deserves this. Like that's literally every single bitch on that show so far has been stunning, gorgeous, like fucking fun, sweet.
I feel like that every season when I see them, but I think this one the men are just so fugly that not all of them, but
just like
they don't match at all.
The comparison is so
the girls
insane.
Are always baddies.
It's insane. In this season especially, I said, oh my god, no wonder the men are fired up to be in the villa. And no wonder the women are fighting over scraps. What the fuck? Like you got a bunch of fucking fours walking around in there being mean to women. That's crazy.
I wonder if you can watch it in 2x. Do you
know? I love when that Ace guy who
is that the like, I'm a mommy.
That's the white dude. His name's Nick, but with no K.
I don't want to hear.
I know. More. You know what? You want to hear something funny, y'all? Ace, like the guy Ace on the show. When I watched the intro to that show, I literally told Alex, I go, I bet his name's not even Ace. I bet he just tells people to call him that.
Sure.
And then a lot of people said his actual name is like Steven or something. I said, I fucking knew it.
Yeah, you guys can call me Slugger.
You guys need to get me on that show. I need to go on that show.
And be mean to everyone?
Yes. I just think, you know what's funny is when when I've had many talks about hosting reality TV in some capacity.
Would you host Love Island? I do like Ariana. Ariana, she does a really good
she's
job.
great.
Yeah,
I and she's very nice. I would think
she actually is very nice.
Yeah, she was very nice. I would say yes. I would love to host a Love Island. I just don't know if they would love me. I think I would kill morale a little bit.
You think so?
For the men, for the women, I think they would love me.
Well, obviously for the men, I'm not even thinking about them.
No, I think I would make it a lot more entertaining in that sense.
Yeah.
But like, I want to be the kind of host where you send me in to just stir shit up.
Sure.
Like you know how randomly the hosts, like especially on like Love Island UK, they would just pop in and be like, so what are your thoughts on him going to the
right
what is it, the Casa Amor?
Yeah.
I like how they
think
talk
that's
about.
next.
I love how they talk about Casa Amor as if they aren't fucking and sucking all next to each other already. But maybe it's more fun because no one can see. You know what I'm saying? Like working towards Casa Amor is like a fun thing because you get to have sex and like you get to be alone.
No,
right?
buddy, that's the boom boom room. So Casa Amor is when they split up the girls and the boys.
Oh, I see.
And then they bring in new people.
But you know how they had that room where you could go in? Yeah.
But they don't always have access to it.
Okay.
So you have to, sometimes you'll win it in a challenge.
I thought they were the same thing.
No, so
Me not
sometimes
knowing.
like a couple that's like they're just friends on the show and they're waiting for someone new to come in, they'll win a challenge and they get the room and then they'll give it to someone else. Or like so
the secret room. The room with no cameras. Yeah. Okay.
No, there's a camera in there.
Oh, there is.
They just get to have sex and no one's in there. So that's
they're
like
not laying side by side like military barracks.
No,
Like,
listening to
dude, like, can I say too, fucking around when you're sleeping side by side like that, you're braver than me. I'll say that much. You're braver than me, because that's weird. And I just mean that for me personally, that would feel weird. We're sleeping side by side like we're in barracks. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like once we hear the trumpet and the flag raise, we got to get out of bed.
You can't have sex quietly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, and then I'm thinking like, is there any noise in that room, or are you just hearing duvets moving? Yeah, like when I hear like eye shades moving on the pillowcases,
you know,
yeah, something's happening.
Head on the.
How are the rest of them pretending they don't hear it? I guess that's my question.
Well, I'm 3 Eddies deep when I'm going to bed, so maybe that's why.
Can I bring my edibles in the villa? Is that a crime?
I don't want to go to the show.
Yeah, that would be my thing too. I'd be like, I'll go. You just got to stock it up so I can knock myself out.
And I have to be allowed to vape the whole time we're there. My weed pen. You're giving all these demands.
My belly's out all the time. At least let me vape. Shit. Dude, I love that. I sent you one where that guy was like, so we're taking our shirts off already? I think I'm gonna
send that to you.
I think you sent it to me after I already sent it to you.
Oh, no. Anyway.
She's like, I think I'll keep mine on just for like the first couple episodes.
He says, so, who has kids?
Let's play Never Have I Ever.
Never ever had kids.
So I did like have fun watching it. I'll tell you though.
You guys were convincing me to. I'm convincing myself right now to watch
Dude,
it.
the fucking music video in the beginning, at least watch that part. And then they're like, and you know, it's like they're playing that music and then they turn and they go, and then their name is right here.
Yeah. Elena.
Yeah. That's why when I saw Ace was like one of the first ones I saw, and I said, I bet his name's not even Ace.
I'm gonna give him a goog. Hold on.
I bet he just tells people to call him that.
I was just watching Caleb's podcast yesterday when I was cleaning my room, and okay, he does look like he would pick the name Ace.
He also looks.
Is that the girl he's with? A fucking baddie, bro.
Shelly, yeah, she's so. Dude, when Shelly got paired with that corny ass white dude who I think is still on the show.
That's when he's like, a mom of what?
No, different one.
There's more than one white man.
That's not Nick with no K.
Nick with no K.
Yeah, just type Love Island Nick. I don't even remember the white dude's name, but I did post in my story. I said,
Did Charlie come back?
Who the hell's Charlie?
Yeah,
that's him.
I just know he went.
That's
home.
Mamacita. That's him.
I want to use that audio so fast.
Me too. I saved it. I saw a Johnny Sibley. I saw his.
Yeah, his. You're not paying attention.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm trying to post something on my Instagram, but you're talking to me. Mamacita. Mother of what?
Yeah, that's it's Huda. I didn't realize it was her in the audio.
Yeah.
T.
So that's another theory people have as to why they're being so mean to her, because she's a mom.
That's gross.
No, I know, and that's the shit that pisses me off.
Not that she's a mom. That's gross that they're being mean to her for that.
Yeah, and I feel like historically that is the case too on any
I'm trying
reality
to think
TV.
if I've ever watched one that had like someone had kids. I can't remember.
It's just like I think it's kids in the context of the show she's on. They for some reason think moms aren't allowed to like have fun or date or have sex ever again.
Well, no, you're a mom now, so
yeah. Well, you're a mom, so go be a mom. Which I find it's archaic and misogynistic, honestly. No, but Shelly is like, she looks like a little cherub. Like she's so beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. And in the first one, she gets paired up with a corny ass white dude, but because her guy gets stolen, she was initially with Ace, and then she got stolen. He got stolen from her, so she gets paired up with a white dude who actually did want to be with her. But he is so fucking cornball.
I just typed in Charlie, and it gave me Love Island. And I was trying to figure out what he looks like. and I already saw a spoiler about because he was with Hannah. I remember I told you.
I don't even know who Hannah
that
is.
someone was telling me it's a white girl. That someone was telling me that when he got sent home, she was like devastated, and she was saying it didn't make any sense because she was making out with Pepe and having a good time.
Yeah, and then that's when she licked her hand and did that shit. Did you see that?
All right, friends, we're taking one more quick little break, and this is with our friends at Hugs. So what if your new anxiety hack was cute, cuddly, and weighted? Meet Give Hugs, the plushie that does more than just look adorable. These cozy little buddies can be heated, cooled, and cuddled to help with stress, cramps, or just those ugh kind of days. Whether you're gifting or self-soothing, it's basically a weighted hug you can actually hold. You all know I'm obsessed with mine. It's a cow. His name's Milkshake, and he's my favorite person in the whole wide world. So all of you can head to givehugs.co, that's givehugs.co, and use code 2idiotgirls for 20% off your first order. Now back to the episode. Did what?
I'm assuming jerked him off. That's why she licked her hand.
Where?
Pepe.
Where?
Yeah, in the bed. In the army barracks that they sleep in.
I don't think I want to watch this show anymore. I just remember it's about straight people.
Someone literally wrote, the editors are fucked up for keeping that clip
but
in.
it says right here, Charlie can't watch Hannah moving on with Pepe.
Did Charlie get sent home?
Yeah, so I don't know I forget how it happened.
Who the heck is Charlie?
I think he's one of the OGs.
He's absolutely
no,
not.
he's
There was
not.
no one named Charlie.
Then
Yeah.
he was a bombshell that entered the villa and fell in love with Hannah.
What did he look like?
Can
I
tall,
see?
he looked like a white man.
Me not remembering.
He looked like a white man with brown hair.
Okay, well that narrows it down.
Don't worry, homegirl, I got you. Oh, I don't think he is white. I take that back.
Let me see him. I can't see.
His little mic around his neck, I thought it was a stethoscope. Is that Pepe? You guys.
Yeah, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say about any of these men. I really don't.
Look at his hairline.
I'm not even kidding, y'all. I'm like, where did you find these guys? Like when I'm looking at, there's some of them are like, sure, they're okay, but like when you put them next to the women of this season,
Right.
what the fuck, bro? Knock it off. That's why I said no wonder it's turning into Lord of the Flies. There's not many resources left. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
They're reenacting Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, the women are turning on each other and asking the moon for fucking help at this point because you guys keep sending fuggos in that villa. Yeah, I'm pissed off.
Not all of them,
Not all of them,
but 90% of them.
but some of them I'm like
I'll say it. All the non-white ones
are
are
good.
baddies.
Yeah,
those
they're
are
good.
baddies. All the white ones.
But even the like non-white ones, like a lot of them are short. Like what is going on?
Hey, it's not about that.
On Love Island it is. That's the thing. On Love Island it is. And you know what's funny?
But see, are the girls ignoring that and then being like, you know what, he seems really
Yes!
nice. But then they're like,
yes. That Ace kid, he's I want to say 5'6". The bitches were fighting over him in the beginning. I said I feel
but
like
then
there's
they find
better
out-
options.
But then they
queens.
find out Huda has a baby and they go,
Yeah. Oh my god. The Huda gets like fucking really pissed off because that dude's playing in her fucking face.
yeah.
And she keeps. And you know what? Olandria, who I also love and is so stunning. There was a moment when she got separated from him and she was like, I feel like America hates me. Olandria goes, I feel like America, you don't know if they hate you. Maybe they're trying to protect you. Maybe they're taking you away from him because you're not supposed to be with him. And she was saying, don't embarrass yourself for a man on television that doesn't want to be with you. And I said, me, literally me in the villa. Me, if I was the host, don't do that. Me telling her, don't. It's all right. He's ugly. It's fine. No, okay. You are now single and vulnerable. I go back to the fucking hosting bit. I'm seeing the men and I'm like, it's like every time they're like, a new bombshell has entered the villa. When it's a girl, everyone's like, oh my God, she's the most stunning thing I've ever seen. With the men, everyone's like, all right. You know what's bad? You know how you know it's bad? When all of the OGs are still the best ones.
Yes.
That's how you know it's bad. Like,
But I will say, they always do start, like, there will be, like every season, maybe, like, 3 bombshells that you're like, wait, yeah, these ones are crazy.
yeah, I saw someone saying as an avid Love Island watcher, like, it's rare that they have bombshells that are, like, upsetting the ecosystem.
Yeah, because they tend
Unless they're women. Like,
Yeah.
almost always it's women that upset
I
it.
agree,
It's
yeah.
almost never the men
No,
who
but all
upset
the
it.
OGs
So
tend to make it to the end, yeah.
I'm just like,
You guys,
the girls are pecking each other's eyes out because there's not many.
I've convinced myself to watch it, and I'm gonna watch a fuck ton of them on the plane. I'm gonna download them on my iPad.
That's actually kind of smart.
And I'm gonna get to work.
That's actually kind of smart. I might do that.
And when I get to New York, and then I'm watching you get ready, I'm gonna lock in.
That's actually too, because then you can give me more info.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and maybe
smart.
I'll start doing Love Island breakdowns. Everyone keeps out. You guys have to watch it. So I'm not promising you because I love to say things and not do it. So I will try my hardest. So okay.
Yeah, sometimes I think though, do you think anyone ever, I saw a girl who was like swimming in a pool and she said, me if I was on Love Island taking advantage of that untouched pool. I think that all the time. I was like, is anyone going to hit us with a big t-shirt at any point? Just walking around in a big t-shirt? Belly's out. I wonder if it's a requirement to dress that way.
It probably is, yeah.
I think about that a lot.
I'm sure there's a dress code that they have to follow.
Yeah, I think about that a lot.
Because even the villa, like they match it to look like the villas that they do in the UK. Like,
yeah,
they always have like the pink and
I'm
blue
just curious if they're like
you
have to be in a bikini at all times
when they're outside. Yeah, and then I always wonder like, what if I want to go take a nap because I'm tired?
Yeah,
you have to do it outside.
He's sleeping all the time.
He's sleeping. Yeah.
Can I pull you for a chat? I have my glasses on. My Kindle on my lap. Huh? And I go, and then I do. I'm like, I'm listening.
Like I want to say in the early seasons in the UK, they used to let them drink, but then they'd get too fucking hungover, so they don't let them drink anymore.
Well, yeah, and also that I saw they added a gym eventually because they were going insane in there with no stimulation of any kind. Which again, I'm like, why is no one swimming?
You guys, we're avidly watching the Stanford Prison Experiment, and no one's talking about it. That's what Love Island is.
This is the Stanford Prison Experiment. I think I literally, it's crazy how quickly when people start latching onto shows like this, y'all bitches turn into the people who watch the poor people on Squid Game. That's what you guys turn into. You're all wearing these eyes wide shut masks and you're watching and judging from your ivory tower, bitch. I swear to fucking God. You're sitting there and you're watching them and you're like, throw another one in there. Yeah.
Yeah, like
get each other.
Everyone's talking shit about how whatever the fuck the girls are doing on their hood or whatever's going on, I don't even know. Mm-hmm. And then they're doing that trend, the what's the one that's going on TikTok right now where it's like,
is it Man of the Year?
Man of the Year. Yeah, it's that.
Or the one, the me and the guy who traumatized me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they all look like that fuck ass otter from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Insert photo here.
Yeah.
That's who you're fighting for in your own version of Love Island.
The wolf thing, the very first thing that dies.
He's a weasel.
A weasel.
That's him. That's who you guys are fighting over.
Yeah, we got a bunch of Margot Robbies and those. And then they're like, I can't believe the girls are fighting over one.
It's a bunch of Margot. Yeah.
There's like one Davidson, one John Cena. The rest are weasels. And
then the bombshell that enters is that fuck ass shark guy that comes in.
And everyone's a Margot Robbie, and they're like, who will she choose? Like, that's why some of you bitches get insane watching that shit. Like, you start watching it literally like you're in the Situation Room, and I need you to relax.
Come on.
I saw girls and her getting up to lock her door before Huda finds out she voted against them. I'm seeing people, I'm in so many close friends of like creators and stuff, and they're putting who they're voting for on the app.
And which makes me laugh. I'm like,
shut the fuck up.
Post it publicly. Why do you care?
You would be shocked how many creators are actually voting on that app. You would be shocked to know. And some of the people, actually, I'll say most of the people I've seen voting are gay people. So you bitches are locked into that show. They're not just
gay people; they're lesbians.
Yeah, them too. I know, but I've had quite a few doll friends too.
Oh, cutie.
Doll friends, gay men, right?
Yeah.
And my lesbian friends.
So many of my lesbian friends watch it.
Gay people love Love Island. I think y'all do watch it like the Stanford Prison Experiment.
I do. I'm taking researching.
Yeah, watching it
collecting
like
data.
Yeah, watching like apes in the zoo.
Yes.
You know, like collecting intel.
What am I, an ape?
Studying. Yeah. What am I, fucking ape? All my treats are in between the leaves to improve my dexterity.
You're giving me a snuffle mat?
A lick mat?
You're giving me a lick mat? As an adult?
That's what they give them in Love Island. Just a bunch of fucking lick mats. Just put them all over the place so they walk outside.
To attract them.
You know when they put them up high so bears stand on their 2 feet to like lick them? That's what they're doing in Love Island.
In the last episode, this the season that Amber wins. That's one of the best seasons of Love Island. I liked that one, and then there was one. It was one they did during lockdown, and it was like Mike and they had twins on there. They have twins every season. The 2 girl twins, and what's her name? She was with a guy named Callum, and they were together from the very beginning. Came back from Cosmore with a new girl. That's why Casa is so. That's the best part. That was the first season I ever watched where they did it. They had done it a couple before that, but I hadn't watched them, and I was like, "Wait, what are they doing?"
And so that's when they split up girls and boys, and then they put new girls and boys. Yeah.
And so then,
we need one of those. It needs to be. I feel like the Hunger Games, where I'm like, I spin the island. I'm like, let's see him try to tell time now. That's how I feel.
That's why they throw Casa more. It's to make it more entertaining.
Yeah,
and that's why it's humiliating. The girls are like standing at the fire pit. They're like, I decided to stay loyal to him, and I'm waiting for him to come back for me. And then he walks in with a new girl, and you're like,
so I'm a liar, and everything I said is a lie. And who wants their dick sucked? I'm doing it tonight.
And actually, you can kill yourself.
And who wants their dick sucked? I'm doing it tonight.
More than one.
I'm doing 2 at a time. Take a ticket. And then which one of you bitches wants to pair up with me
in the glam room?
See, that's kind of like my thing. I was telling Alex, I was like, they should have one extremely literal and logical person in there, which I think is why the UK one is so fun, because they're very like, see, here's the thing. I do like you, and I've had you. But that's my type on paper, so I'm gonna have to go over there and
even
see
though
it
they
through.
just told her that she's his type on paper.
Yeah, exactly. I think if I was in Love Island, and maybe this is just me overly confident, I feel really confident that I could manipulate a man into staying with me the whole time. I feel really confident about that. I feel like I could manipulate him to the point where he will not look at another girl and he will just stay with me, and if I do uncouple, it will be because I want to. I feel pretty confident about that. I would make it to the end. Really, I do.
I told you I would be the one that everyone loves. I'm friends with literally everyone. Can't get a match, and it's because I'm a lesbian. So it's not my fault. I'm not trying.
So that does. It's
not all for
happen.
That
that has happened on dating shows before.
It would be me.
So
yeah,
I think I would be really good. I think I would run that shit like the Navy.
Sure.
I would be the ace, to be quite honest with you, because a lot of people were saying I like how those men just do whatever he says. Like, and he's the youngest. He's 22. He's like 22, 23, something like that. Fucking young as fuck. I think the oldest one in there is 27, maybe.
I'm too old. Aged out.
Yeah. The girl has had her blood, so she can't.
I've had too many bloods.
You've had too many bloods in your lifetime. Too many moons, too many bloods.
Too many bloods.
Anyways, we'll let you guys know if we end up actually watching for real.
For right now, I'm saying yes, but I do love to say things. We both do.
I love to just talk about things even when I have no knowledge of them.
Yes.
I love to give my opinion.
You explaining Casa Moring, that's not what.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, I don't watch it, so I was speaking.
That's
real
what I thought it was, because that's what I would do.
Because that's a quad.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's what I would call it.
Okay, well, that's what I call it personally.
That's what I think they should call it, but
yeah, I just think I feel really confident that I would be able to like rally everybody. I did see Grace Dogg's video when they were she was saying that they can't put lesbians in there or do a lesbian version of that, because then at every coupling, she'd be like, we're all a couple. You're gonna have to send us all home then.
No, but I really like her, but I also really like her too, and she makes me feel safe, so that's why we're all together.
Yeah. Exactly.
So for this week's topic, Drew actually picked it. We're doing recession indicators.
Yes.
Woo! Do you have any you want to share with the team?
Yes, I do.
Let's hear.
I think a recession indicator as of late would be that women, like, and I'll say women who are attracted to men, because I can't speak to anyone else. Sure. But women who are attracted to men and date men, they are starting to move towards this era that I feel like I may have manifested to some extent, where they are dating men, like they're finding men who are bigger, and I don't just mean like kind of tall. I mean like thicker, like a thick dude, a big dude, a strong dude. I feel like women are starting to move in that direction and move away from the Jacob Elordis of the world or the Timothy Chalamets, like those builds, and they're moving towards more muscle.
Big boys.
Yeah, they're moving towards a big boy, which I like. I've always dated big boys, so like a big dude is like my kind of vibe. And I said I feel like they're moving that way because of how terrifying the world is becoming. So it's almost like caveman rhetoric, where you're like, big man must seek shelter.
Protect.
Yeah. I don't think that's the conscious thought. I just think that maybe that might be why. I've been over here for a while, so I know how awesome it is. But I'd say that's a good recession indicator. I said that's I think a larger conversation about the state of the world.
Okay.
But if we're being silly and funny,
Yes.
I think women are getting into it.
Yeah.
A man with titties, which I'm into.
Locking in.
A big man.
Mhm.
Like I saw people saying like they were talking about the Skarsgård brother that plays Pennywise, and he was like Nosferatu. I don't remember.
I think it's Bill.
Okay, yeah. Him, like I saw someone make like an edit of him and they were like, he's just so big. Which like I think height wise, yeah, I think he's pretty tall. But he's a little bit thicker than like a Timothée Chalamet, obviously. But I was like, yeah, the tiniest bit in the clips I saw. I think it was in like The Crow or something that he was in.
He is 6'4".
Yeah, he's tall. That's how tall Billy is. So like he's and he looked a little thicker in it. He wasn't like super lean or skinny.
Okay.
And everyone's like, yeah, just like how big he is. And I was like, I think recession indicator. I think women are moving towards it.
They're moving away from special teams and towards linemen.
Amen. Amen. They're moving away from waif and they're moving towards warrior.
What did she say in that clip of Parks and Rec?
What?
Where like that football player hits on her? It's Donna.
Oh, yes. She says like only special skills.
Yeah.
Donna doesn't do the line or something like that, which is so fucking funny. She saw me. But yeah, that's my recession indicator. What about you?
I don't really have any. I was trying to think of examples of some.
Yeah.
Can't really think of any.
I'm trying to think of like in terms of, I don't know, to be honest. I can't think of any more. That was my one funny one that I had.
Yeah, I can't think of any.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see.
Let's lock in. Okay. This first one's from Piper. She said, all of my friends and I are getting really into Guitar Hero / Rock Band again, specifically for the Wii. It just feels like it's 2008 again.
That's a great one.
That's a really good
That's a great idea to get into something like that.
Does Billy fuck with Rock Band like that?
He did, yeah.
Okay.
When we were like in
He
high
just
school.
has that energy.
Yeah. I don't think he loved it as much as we did. We loved it.
That's different. We're not normal.
We had all the instruments.
Yes.
The mic, the drums, and the
guitar,
guitars.
yeah.
We had 2 guitars.
We did have 2
Because someone had to be bass, someone had to be
Yes.
the guitar.
I liked Rock Band more than I liked Guitar Hero.
I loved Guitar Hero and I loved Rock Band. So, and I begged for the drums. I begged for her to get me the drums.
And they weren't even that fun.
No, they weren't.
No,
it was more fun playing the guitar and singing.
I agree.
That was way more fun.
This next one's from Caitlin. She said, about to pull up to the new Hunger Games movie in my Crocs while the world is burning.
And that's all we really can do.
At the end of the day.
I mean, at this point, our days are numbered. So we should party till we die. That's kind of how I think.
Sure. This next one's from Jada. She said, reading Law and Order SVU fan fiction, specifically about ADA Barba.
Yeah.
Didn't realize the dude was 50, but I was out of options.
ADA Barba and who? Is Barba gay in that fanfic?
Maybe it's a YN.
Pick your own adventure.
Yeah.
Interesting. Reading SVU fanfic is kind of fucking insane, I'll be honest. I've read quite a lot of fanfic, never about SVU.
Right,
I do love that show. But especially about Barba of all the people. Like,
who is that?
He's their lawyer. It's when they switched from Cabot, when they switched from her, the lady, they switched to a guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just looked him up and
Raphael Barba.
I just say okay. And
what's crazy,
right.
and he was like, he kind of talked like House, like really fast and like snarky and witty, you know?
Yeah.
But I hated like the random moments because I know his name's Raphael Barba, so I know he's like Hispanic in the show. I don't know if he's Hispanic in real life, but
he is.
Okay, I assume. But he obviously was like so like cut and dry and American and almost all the episodes I've watched him in. And then there were moments where he would interact with a Spanish person and then they would just say things in Spanish accent, and then all of a sudden he would say things in accents and I was like, what? Like when I'd watch it, because it'd be like, it's like when they go Espanol.
Yeah.
That's how it felt.
Ibiza. This next one's from I think the one we probably got the most is eating disorders and heroin chic making a comeback.
Heroin chic, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah,
we've talked about that a little bit where we said like when people were saying, The wellness shots. I didn't realize people were taking those as meal supplements. That's my bad.
I told you.
Yeah.
I said they were moving towards that way.
I didn't know that.
Initially, I think they were like, I feel a cold coming on. And then it turned into, well, I'm just going to have this for breakfast. Like that's,
right.
it starts to, and then you're eating something that burns your throat so fucking bad that you're not hungry. So yeah. Or it makes you shit yourself so then you're not hungry.
Makes
Yeah.
you go diarrhea.
So yeah, it starts to turn into something else. It's like when keto started doing that too. It's like, all right. You know what I mean? Yeah, the heroin chic thing, yeah, we're really entering a Tudor period. So we're going to have to start getting big foreheads again and wear big fucking bonnets on our head. Like it's going to be, yeah, it's not looking hot, team.
Entering another Tudor period.
It's fucking bad. Huge foreheads and no fucking body. It's fucking insane.
Stupid. Okay, this next one's from Angelique. She said, the rise of girls with ugly boyfriends, but they have good jobs. Pretty boys are out.
I mean, whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's kind of parallel to my thing about that, like them ditching small dudes and moving to big dudes. It's kind of similar. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's a larger conversation to be had about conservatism interweaving in that.
I mean, that is, you see that coming back. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Like,
well, not coming back, but you're seeing it in
it's
other
like
forms.
recirculating or being repackaged in different ways.
Yes.
Like it's, and I'm not falling for it because everything conservative people like sucks. It's like boring. It's ugly. Like,
what are your thoughts on dirty sodas?
What the fuck is that? A dirty soda? What is it, like a root beer float? If we're talking root beer float, then okay.
It's when they put the coffee creamer shit in the...
No, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's a cream soda, right? It's like a cream soda.
It's not cream soda. Cream soda is different.
No, I'm saying it is like a cream soda though.
Sure.
That because it's
but they
sweet
call it
cream
they call it
mixed.
a dirty soda.
Knock it off. You're drinking a cream soda, and my next question is, are you 9? Like, what's going on? Why are you putting coffee creamer in your Diet Coke? That's weird.
I don't want that.
Okay, but like you're having wellness shots and then you're having diarrhea for breakfast?
I do want to try Swig one time.
I would love to. I'm not getting cream soda. Like you can go fuck yourself. No, you don't. You can make it however you want.
No, you have to. That's part of the experience.
No. I hate root beer floats and I don't want to shit myself.
Well, I'll get a small one and we can I just want to try it. I don't even want to drink all of it.
I hate creamy drinks like that are not a milkshake.
Cream soda is disgusting.
I know, and that's what that is.
Yeah.
Ah! It's fucking terrible.
You're not fucking with dirty sodas?
No, I just think you're tarting up something beautiful. you're ruining the integrity of something beautiful. Let a soda be a soda. Let the kids play.
Sure. Right.
Let the kids play.
This next one is from Autumn. She said she actually submitted the same one twice, which is really funny. She wrote, "Getting heavy back into the Black Eyed Peas. I need that recession pop." And it's so funny to say that because I went to karaoke with my friends, like I think last month, and I invited Ange.
Yeah.
And she did Meet Me Halfway. When's the last time you heard that song?
It's a great song.
It was
the
so
song
good.
"Shut Up" by Black Eyed Peas. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up.
Right.
That was one of my favorite fucking songs.
I'm thinking of
when I was in
I'm
high
a
school.
Bee.
Yeah, dude. That's how I feel too about, in that same vein, like Black Eyed Peas, when you do like house music, like Zed. Like, when's the last time you listened to Clarity?
So honestly, when I was looking at examples of recession pop or recession indicators, they said that he keeps playing Clarity.
Yeah, Clarity. Yeah.
I loved that
Or
song.
The Middle by my good friend Maren Morris.
Which will be performed at
My wedding.
Yes.
And she promised me.
She said that. She can't take it back.
She said so.
She can't take it back.
I'm going to text her a reminder.
Montana said a rise in popularity for mid-white guy pop songs, i.e. Ed Sheeran music.
Hey, you shut your mouth when you talk about Ed Sheeran, first of all. You shut your mouth when you talk about him. And you replace that name with Benson Boone, and then we gotta
right.
Now we're cooking with some gas.
Right.
Did you see that meme I sent you where it was like a screenshot from his, I don't know, latest music video? I have no clue. And then someone said, "All tea, all shade. I've never seen someone so desperate for a gay audience."
Talking about Boone Benson.
Yeah, because he was standing in these like little hot shorts and he was like tooching.
Well,
and
he's washing a car, right?
And he was going, yeah.
I give it all I got.
Yeah.
I give it all I got.
Yeah, I've never seen a man more. I also have seen some terrible reviews about his album.
Who's? Boone Benson?
Mm-hmm.
Boonson Ben?
Yeah, to which I'm like, what did we expect?
Moonbeam ice cream.
Moonbeam. That's another addition to my frequently used phrases.
Moonbeam ice cream.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like what was it? Jared brought us these pre-rolls the other day, and one of them was called like moon milk, and I kept going moonbeam ice cream.
And he said, "Can you give that back?" And he throws it away. Can I see that really fast?
No, yeah, it's one of those things where after I've said it the fourth time, someone goes, "Is that from something?" Or
Really?
I was like, "You know that song?" And then he goes, "Oh yeah," which is his nice way of telling me to shut the fuck up.
Yes, that was me going. Could be a great gift for Christmas.
For Christmas.
And the sixth time I did it, you're like, "Is that from something?"
Yeah, I
or
was like, "What is that from? Like, are you just making that up?"
you're
or
getting mad? Yeah.
Well, because you would, it's like I have to say it, but I'm not gonna explain it, which is fine. I let you do it unencumbered a few times. After a while, I gotta know what you're doing.
Right. A lot of people put low-rise jeans making a comeback.
I love a low-rise jean personally. I don't like a really tight low-rise jean, but I love a loose low-rise jean.
Same.
I don't love a really tight one because what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Then I look like the kelp shake bottle, you know? Those
Yeah, for real. I saw like it's like that meme of that British guy who has like the tiniest skinny jeans on, and his he's like standing with his legs like really like erect. Ugh. And then someone commented and said, "If you fart, mate, you're gonna break your ankle." That's how it feels in low-rise jeans sometimes. I don't mind a low-rise jean, but I do think it is a recession indicator. Sure. That is true. It goes along with the heroin chic thing.
This one's from Ollie, and she said trad wives are in, which we talked about. Yeah. And then she also put the no makeup trend, and I was thinking that too.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, same thing. It's again, it's all leading back to the same center point, which is like a move towards conservatism, but more specifically towards women.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they've targeted men already. That's why you have that red pill fucking movement and that whole like male loneliness, whatever the fuck. This new wave right here is meant to target women.
Yeah.
So the trad wife thing has been going on for a minute, but I just find that to be so fucking unappealing, like in so many ways. Past the fact that I personally just don't want children, like past that, only doing that every single day, I would feel like I'm stuck in a time loop. Like I would feel like I feel like it's like in 50 First Dates, you know how she lives the exact same day, but I know. Like you know how like the dad and brother are miserable because they're reliving the exact same day over and over again, but she's fine because she doesn't know any better. I feel like the dad. 50 First Dates, like that's how I would feel if I was a trad wife, more specifically one that only did that all day.
Yes.
I gotta cook. I have to bake peanut butter and jelly from scratch in a Jacques Mousse top every day.
Full glam. Beat down.
No DoorDash at all. Oh my God. I got to learn how to use a Dutch oven.
My husband loves hot dogs and I'm making them from scratch.
And I have to wear a Love Shack fancy dress with puffed sleeves and my hair blown out. And you're telling me
with a mink lash.
And I have to raise yeast. Fuck you, bitch. I'm not doing that.
I have to raise yeast and my kids.
I have to raise yeast. I have to raise yeast and get an our place Dutch oven.
Damn, not even Le Creuset?
No, obviously. And then I have and then I have a wooden table that I just put my big dough on. And then I just if I'm ever doing that, someone's holding me against my will. If I'm ever doing that, call the authorities. Call the fucking Avengers on me.
A lot of people say that Lady Gaga being back on her weird shit. That does feel like a recession indicator.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I saw someone say,
but I'm into it.
I knew everything was going to be okay when Lady Gaga started acting weird again. That's how I feel too. You're right. Because 2009 Lady Gaga, she's come back to us. Thank God. One good thing has come out of this hellscape. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I agree.
Shit like that brings me comfort, to be quite honest with you. When she's being a freakazoid, I know things are going to be all right.
I feel that. And then one that we got a lot was like Coca-Cola bottles putting names and stuff on the bottles.
I saw that. Yeah, that is old. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. That's so tea. Oh my God, I've never thought about that before. I know I've seen some very strange ones too. Like I've seen Amigo on one.
I usually get bro or like
I saw Friend.
yeah.
And then sometimes I have names too.
One time Drew had one that said Henry and I wanted to bring it home and then I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah, you're like, save that for me. And then I was like, here. And then you go, I don't want that.
It's mad.
It's just like the Pride Party. I told you.
What?
For the Pride Party, I think I said it on the last episode. I was like, I tried on a shirt. And
Oh,
then,
we said that in the bonus episode.
So when we went to our cousin's Pride Party, I asked Jason to borrow a silly shirt. And then she was like, this one doesn't really fit like the big t-shirts though. And I tried it on and I was wearing like a mini skirt and I go, does this look okay? And then she's like, yeah. And I was looking at myself in the mirror and I go, really? And then she goes, no, it looks terrible. You should change.
I do it all the time. It's really bad.
Yeah, I know.
I have to say what I really think the
Yeah,
first time.
Jason, yeah, I know. That's why I asked you again. I don't know if you've noticed, but I continue my line of questioning after your initial one because your initial answer is almost always a people-pleasing answer. It always is a people-pleasing answer. It just might not always be the truth.
No.
So then I ask again, and if you echo the same sentiment, I know that you meant it. But that's why literally within seconds I was like, really? And she goes, no, it looks terrible. You should change. Right. So that's why I asked, does this look good?
When you
and
asked
you said
me
bad.
you meant that. Yeah.
Right. So when I asked you, does this look bad? And you said no. Right. Okay, cool.
that would be me in the villa.
Perfect.
I'm like, right. So when I asked you if you liked me and you said yes, I thought you meant it because you said you liked me. So that's my bad, actually, that I believed you for when you said that you liked me. That's my bad.
Mine would be this. Sit down. He's not going to talk to you because he's with me, so sit down. And then he would. And then I would sit there.
Can I pull you for a chat?
Yeah, I'd be like,
Okay, I'm coming up to ask him.
okay.
Him. Hey, can I pull you for a quick chat?
He looks at me and I go, it's fine, you can go. That's what would happen if I was in the
Watch,
villa.
do it to me.
Okay. Can I pull you for a chat?
Because I'm never gonna say no. I'm gonna let everyone play in my fucking face all the time. We know this, Reacher. I'm like,
Yeah. And you're going to be that guy that they said got sent home really fast. And he said, I got my first passport to come here. And everybody was so sad when he left. And he got sent home fast too, I think.
that is really sad, and that's also really fucking mean.
But he was so handsome and everybody thought he was so sweet.
I told you I would
He
be
just couldn't couple up.
the comedy heart, and it's because I'm a lesbian. I'm not supposed to be on the show.
Well, and I'm
I'm just there to mess around.
I saw someone like pretending to like cry, and they were saying like me watching him pack his clothes he didn't get to wear because he had fits planned.
I know.
So sweet. That guy was handsome. That guy was like a good looking dude, I think.
Right.
I'd think. He seemed nice, so that's where I'm going based off of. He seemed nice.
Okay.
And everybody loved him, and everybody was sad when he got
Is
sent
there
home.
anything worse when you show someone who you like and then they go, "She looks nice"?
Right. Right.
Okay. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this week's episode of Two Idiot Girls.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you buy Drew's book. Make sure you sign up for our Patreon because there's plenty of fun, cutie stuff on there that's only exclusive to our Patreon.
Yes.
But other than that, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.